News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Hello, I'm Deanna O'Donnell, and thanks for tuning in to KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio's News 25. Well, yesterday was the primary election, and the votes are trickling in. Only 500 ballots counted as of this morning's tentative results. The Nye County Clerk's Office reported that they have received more than 1,000 ballots in the mail just today. By law, county election officials have 7 calendar days to receive and count mail ballots that are postmarked on or before June 9th. The ballots counted today are scheduled to be posted no later than 9 a.m. on Thursday morning. The state's posting schedule is Thursday, June 11th to Wednesday, June 17th at approximately 9 a.m. each day, with the final results on June 19th. Right now, Nye County is reporting the 500 ballots that were counted. Here are some of the results. In County Commissioner District 1, Richard Gardner is in the lead with 206 votes. In District 2, Frank Carboni is in the lead with 542 votes over incumbent John Koenig with 437. And in District 3, incumbent Donna Cox is in the lead with 399 votes, with John Worley next with 276. Well, the Silver State Elections website with the Secretary of State has very early results in the Congressional District 4 showing Jim Marchant on the Republican side and Stephen Horsford on the Democratic side. State Assembly here in District 36, incumbent Gregory Hafen has the lead over newcomer Joseph Bradley. News 25 will keep you posted on our local Pahrump Facebook page as to the daily count in this very unusual primary election. Well, a tragic crash early this morning has taken the life of one person and sent 2 more to the hospital in critical condition.
The crash happened around 3:30 Wednesday morning on US 95 between Mercury and Highway 160. NHP investigators say a man driving a Ford F-150 was traveling northbound on 95, while a Honda Pilot occupied by 2 men was southbound. For unknown reasons, troopers say the F-150 crossed the center line and partially entered into the southbound travel lane, striking the left front of the Pilot. The male passenger in the Honda Pilot died at the scene. The male driver of the Honda was flown to UMC Trauma in critical condition. The driver of the Ford F-150 was also flown to UMC Trauma with life-threatening injuries. Investigators say impairment does not appear to be a factor in the crash. This is the Nevada Highway Patrol's 20th fatal crash, resulting in 21 deaths. Troopers say in addition to the 2 vehicles involved, 2 tractor-trailers struck debris from the fatal crash, causing both to become disabled at the crash scene.
And thank you to Bradley Francis for that report. Well, 3 new confirmed positives for COVID-19 were reported to the county on Tuesday. All 3 are here in Pahrump, pushing the town's total to 54. There have been 70 positive reported county-wide results. And for more information on that, you can go to nyecounty.net to keep track of those results. Well, do you want to save the summer season for the Pahrump Community Pool? The town of Pahrump says that they need 30 applicants by this Friday, June 12th, in order to train and certify lifeguards in time for the season. You can go to nyecounty.net to fill out that application, or for more information, you can give them a call at 775-751-6301 or 775-751-6302. If you're having problems sending the application over their website, you can email it to human_resources@co.nye.nb.us. That's human_resources@co.nye.nb.us. You can also fax it 775-751-6309. The town says that you can also drop it off during business hours at the 2100 East Walt Williams Drive, Suite 100, right there in the Calvada Eye here in Pahrump. Please call when you arrive so that staff can open the door and get the application from you. Well, the markets went silent Tuesday to honor the life of George Floyd. Cosmetics companies are quietly removing the mineral talc from its products, and Boeing receives an order from UPS for new cargo jets. Angela Miles has more.
Topping our news, trading paused this week. On Tuesday, the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and Cboe Global Markets ceased trading for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in the memory of George Floyd, who died after an officer knelt on his neck for that same amount of time. The silence started simultaneously with Floyd's funeral. Talc is quietly being removed from cosmetics made by Chanel, Revlon, and L'Oreal. Reuters uncovered the move and reports the companies are exploring alternatives following numerous lawsuits filed against Johnson & Johnson over concerns of asbestos in its baby powder. J&J has refuted consumer claims and discontinued talc-based baby powder sales in the U.S. and in Canada. Boeing had more cancellations in May for its 737 MAX jets. However, the aircraft company picked up deals from UPS for its cargo planes.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, we have some arrests and more local news on the other side of this break.
Watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
All right. Well, if any of our viewers who watch us over the web are wondering why we aren't streaming on Facebook right now, we've been having some technical difficulties. So we are uploading our news in its entirety to YouTube and, of course, our individual stories up to Facebook, and then taking the YouTube render and putting it on our Facebook page. And we are sorry for any inconvenience that has caused. It is getting worked on right now. Well, a Prump man is under arrest and facing charges after he allegedly broke into his estranged wife's home without permission.
Hunter Henson has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 1 count of burglary while in possession of a gun or deadly weapon, 1 count of possession of burglary tools, and 1 count of home invasion with a deadly weapon. Henson was arrested after reported burglary at his wife's home, where she and her boyfriend live. Nye County deputies say the boyfriend told them he noticed 2 surveillance cameras were missing and found pry marks near a door to the home. He told officers he suspected Henson had broken into the home since Henson had allegedly threatened him and Henson's wife by gesturing with his hand as if he was going to shoot them. Henson's wife's boyfriend had filed a temporary protection order against Henson. Henson's wife told deputies she and Henson were still married, but he had not lived at the home since last September. She, too, had filed a temporary protection order against Henson for domestic battery. According to the arrest report, when deputies questioned Henson about the incident, he stated he had entered the home through an unlocked back door. He said he wanted to collect some of his belongings and believed he could do so since he and his wife were still legally married. However, his wife told deputies Henson did not have a key and did not have permission to enter the home. Officers say they later discovered that a court had ordered Henson to stay away from his wife's residence. Henson denied having a weapon when he entered the home, but surveillance video from inside the home shows he was carrying a gun. Deputies say while searching Henson during his arrest, they found flat silver keys that investigators say are often used to pick locks.
And the Nye County Sheriff's Office reports that a woman accused of stealing from Walmart is now under arrest and facing charges.
Sandra McGowan has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 1 count of buying, possessing, or receiving stolen property of less than $650 and 1 count of trespassing. Nye County deputies were dispatched to Walmart last Wednesday for a reported shoplifting in progress. Officers made contact with McGowan and discovered through a records check that she had been trespassed from the Pahrump Walmart. Deputies say they advised McGowan that she was trespassing and, as she was being placed under arrest, was advised to disclose if she had any items in her purse that she had not purchased. Officers say McGowan handed over 2 bottles of antacid and went on to state several times she did not have any other items not belonging to her in her purse. Officers then walked McGowan past all points of sale and into the Asset Protection Office after being asked again if she had any additional stolen property in her purse. Deputies say upon a search incident to arrest while inside the AP office, they discovered 2 more unpaid-for items in McGowan's purse.
Well, if you need to take care of business at the DMV, you'll soon be able to do so. Offices statewide will reopen their doors next week.
The Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles will reopen branch offices across the state next Monday, June 15th. Initially, DMV offices will offer only limited services to Nevadans who have been the most impacted during the closure, such as those with a driver's license suspension, no valid form of ID, or a newly purchased vehicle with no license plates. Customers who can take care of their needs using the DMV website are being asked to do so. The DMV is also asking anyone who can legally drive to avoid visiting a DMV office for at least 30 days. days. And they remind drivers that any license or other DMV document with an expiration date between March 16th and July 14th has an automatic extension, so there is no rush to renew. The DMV says customers who are served may be asked to wait outside in their vehicle until called, and offices may stop accepting new customers each afternoon depending on demand. Nevada DMV Director Julie Butler says local offices will follow all social distancing guidelines and will limit the number of people allowed to wait inside. Staff will be required to wear face masks. To allow for more efficient service, the DMV is also implementing 2 new technology services that were in the planning stages prior to the COVID-19 closure. You can learn more about that and get answers to most questions by visiting the DMV online at dmvnv.com.
Well, a report released Monday about the Las Vegas realtors shows local home prices holding their ground amid the coronavirus pandemic and economic downturn, though fewer homes are selling. LVR reported that the median price of existing single-family homes sold in Southern Nevada through its multiple listing service during May was $315,000. That was down from an all-time record of $319,000 in March, but still up 5% from a median price of $300,000 in May of 2019. The association says that a total of 2,075 existing local homes, condos, and townhomes were sold during May, the second full month since Nevadans were ordered on March 17th to stay at home for Nevada. Compared to the same time last year, May sales were down 48.1% for homes and down 51.3% for condos and townhomes. Sales were also down from the previous month. Well, tonight, beginning at 6 p.m., the Pahrump Regional Planning Commission will hold a teleconference meeting. You can participate by going to NyeCounty.net's website and viewing the meeting live, as well as looking at the items that are on the agenda planned for this evening. News 25 will have more news right after this.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
The Nye County School District is up and running with its summer food program, and they'll continue serving up meals through the end of July. Jody Martinez, who runs the district's food service operations, explains how it all works and how you can take advantage of the free program.
Right now, for the month of June, we have 12 sites that are open from here to Gabbs. Most of them are doing 9 to 11 pickup in front of the schools. And some of the other ones outside of Pahrump are doing a little bit differently. Amargosa is all delivery only because the school is so far away from them. Gabbs does the school as well as they deliver to the Yamba tribe, which is like an hour and a half away from the school. Round Mountain does mostly delivery, but here in Pahrump we're mostly just in front of all the schools. In July, we're going to have to cut back about half of that in Pahrump, so it'll be Rosemary Clark, Pahrump Valley High School, Hafen Elementary School, so that we cover the whole valley. It'll still be the same time, but that's the changes that's going to happen in July, but we will be going through till the end of July. We deliver on Monday for Monday and Tuesday meals, so we give them 2 breakfasts and 2 lunch, and we do the same thing Wednesday, 2 breakfasts and 2 lunch, and then on Friday we give them 3 breakfasts and 3 lunch to get them through the weekend. With USDA, the regulations changed a bit. They're actually calling it emergency summer feeding, so the regulations aren't quite what they have been in the past. In the past, the students, not students, but children had to congregate in the place that we serve the meals at, and now because of what's going on, we're basically doing a drive-up, drive-through go, because they don't want people congregating. So that's what changed. So with the bus and the van and some of the other things that we used to do, It just wasn't feasible. The 18 and under is absolutely free, no applications, no nothing. We've actually been able to, with the laxed regulations, we've actually been able to not have to have the children present at the time. So a parent could come with maybe one of the children and have two more at home because they were doing studies or whatnot. They tell us how many meals or how many children they have at home, and we give them that many meals, sets of meals.
And congratulations to Nye County School District Superintendent Dale Norton's retirement. You saw him in some of those photos there, and they are looking for a new superintendent. We'll be making that announcement soon, who actually is going to be taking that position. Well, have you been ordering out more often during the pandemic? If you're worried about how the extra takeout might impact your waistline, Cleveland Clinic's Kristen Kirkpatrick says that there are ways to make carryout as healthy as possible.
I always tell people that you can eat healthy at any restaurant. It doesn't matter what the ethnicity is of that restaurant, even if it's fast food. You can eat healthy really anywhere, but it's the what are you going to choose that's going to make the most difference.
If you're ordering from an Italian restaurant, Kirkpatrick recommends chicken breast, salmon, or tomato sauce with whole grain pasta. In many places, you can get pizza with cauliflower crust and loaded up with vegetables. You can also ask for half the amount of cheese. When possible, look for ways to assemble your own meal with a la carte items.
Lean sources of protein, whole grains, and a vegetable can make a meal. So if we're talking about a Mexican restaurant, you can get grilled chicken, you can get corn tortillas, and if you can get onions and peppers and things like that added on, that's your meal. 3 ingredients and you get all those groups.
Kirkpatrick says even if your only option is fast food, there's still a way to maximize the quality of your meal. Sometimes that means turning to the kids menu.
If you're going for fast food and you say, gosh, I really want to get some color, I want carrots, I want an apple, whatever the case may be, you can see if that option is there at that fast food eatery, maybe on a kid's menu that they can throw into your meal instead of a fried item, for example.
Kirkpatrick recommends looking at menus ahead of time to choose the best options.
Everybody's been calling it the COVID-15, meaning that we gained 15 extra pounds during the lockdown with the gyms being closed and having to do takeout. Well, today's Save a Pet, we're going to meet Elby, who is an energetic 1-year-old German Shepherd ready for adoption now at Desert Haven Animal Society. Darby O'Donnell has more.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Elby. Elby is a 1-year-old male German Shepherd. He is really light beige all over, but he has some black. Hang on, Elby, no. He is a 1-year-old Shepherd. If you know anything about Shepherds, they're quite mouthy at this age. They're very, very playful, have a lot of energy. They definitely need a lot of training. They're very, very good dogs. He actually does recall incredibly well. He listens and sits, and he's really, really good on a leash. Since Elby is such a young age, he actually did start becoming a little bit protective of his family, which is completely standard of a German Shepherd. They're very protective of their property. So when people started to approach his owner, he did begin growling when he was on his leash. But they're extremely wonderful and protective dogs for families. He's an incredibly affectionate dog, is affectionate to everyone here in the yard, loves to play. So if you want to come and see Elby or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call at 775-751-7020, or you can always look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Bye, Elby. You want to say goodbye? You said bye.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
I gotta say, I love Elby. What a fun dog. Let's take a look outside and see what it looks like with that Lerner and Rowe weather cam. We got some clear skies and just beautiful weather right now. It's not too hot, not too cold. We're gonna find out more right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 98 degrees, a low of 72. Death Valley, 108, a low of 77. 97.63 in Amargosa, 93.60 in Beatty, 84, a low of 51 in Goldfield, 82 for the high in Tonopah, 84 for the high in Carson City. Both those towns have a low of 50 degrees. In Fallon, a high of 89, a low of 52. In 88, the low of 54 up in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 96 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest up to 7 miles per hour. 8% humidity, and our sunrise at 5:25 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting clear skies. Our low is going to be 67 degrees. It is 94 outside currently with 7-mile-per-hour winds out of the east. Humidity at 12% and 8:01 tonight for our sunset. Now looking into that 7-day, still expecting some clouds to roll in on Friday, but nothing but sunny skies other than that. We're still going to be dealing with some high winds going into the weekend, up to 15 miles per hour on Thursday, 24 miles per hour on Friday, and then down to 14 miles per hour on Saturday. Going to have a little bit of a break from that wind on Sunday, then back to 12 mile per hour winds on Monday and 15 and 16 mile per hour winds next Tuesday and Wednesday. Now for temperatures, they're pretty much bouncing all over the place. On Thursday, we're going to be seeing a high of 100 degrees, down to 96 by Friday, 86 on Saturday, back into those 90s on Sunday and Monday. Another high of 100 by Tuesday, and then back to 98 by next Wednesday. Our overnights are doing the same thing pretty much. On Thursday, we're going to be seeing a low of 70 degrees, down to 62 on Friday, 59 on Saturday, back into the 60s on Sunday and Monday. Another low of 70 degrees on Tuesday, and then back to 68 for the low by next Wednesday.
All right, I want to thank Michael and Janet for covering for me for the past few weeks during the campaign. I'm Deanna. Good night.